better believe it. We do all the research, we do all the travel, we go out and find and share incredible moments with World War II history. If you're new here, we have hundreds of videos for you to enjoy, so just check them out if you want to. For all of you who know who we are and what we do, welcome to the History Hunter. All right, look at that. Find of bunker buster girl rumbling around in the soil, and there are more pieces. Can we see what more you have? It's like this tag here, a glass button, more here buttons, and look at that. They actually look very nice. See that? That's gonna clean up very nice. First, I just want to say massive thank you for being here, everybody. It's been very stressful lately because the YouTube algorithm is changing so much, and the main reason for that, this is a mini rant from me, that is the short videos. They are destroying content creators like us who actually bring something interesting of value so you can learn from and enjoy in a proper way. The shorts are killing our view time because people are messing around and going in circles and circles and circles, watching stupid things that doesn't matter. And that is basically what YouTube's want. They want brain dead people to watch nothing, and that is just tragic. So I hope you watch our videos and you watch them in full, because you're definitely going to help us out in that. And I cannot believe how much view time is gone from channels like ours just because of the shorts being introduced, and it's just ripping apart serious people like we consider ourselves to be. So we just need your support, everybody. Please subscribe, comment, share, hit the notification bell, enable that to give you notifications whenever our videos comes out, because it's tough. It's really tough, and it's unbelievable to see that we actually reach like tens and tens of thousands of people in every video, and now we have to fight to the bone to get like a few thousand, and that is only because of the short video introduction that messes up everybody, and people are just, as I said, watching stupidity going in circles, and I really don't get it. But I'm not worried because we have such a great community, all you guys and girls out there supporting us, watching us. It is absolutely 100% appreciated.
We even found some buckles from the parachutes. So this is an MG belt for the MG34 and MG42.
So another hole, and look here, suddenly we have 4 pieces. Just very quickly before we kind of go into this, I want to say a special thank you to Jim. Unbelievable what you do for us. I don't know how many times I have to say thank you. I can kind of say it like a million times, but nevertheless, thank you so much for your very kind support. Also, I want to say thank you to Laura. I know you're very busy out there, and we wish you the very best with all the changes in your life. And greetings and hugs from us. And I think you'll be stronger when you finish what you're doing. All right, also, let's go through and see who are on the Patreon team. As officers, we have a Patreon team thing you can check out in the video description. You can see that where it says more here. And you can find out if you want to be one of those who actually are being given some of this every month. Yes, every month our supporters on Patreon will receive things. Not all of them, but we have chosen as many as we can afford to send out. All right, I want to say thank you to KJ, Legion Italia, Randy, Matthew, Mark, Will, Greg, Michael, David, Andy, and Mark. You are our officers. Then let's go quickly over to the 3-star generals. Thank you, Welsh Boy, Paul, Robert, Alan, Stephen, Kyle, Cynthia, and Tom. You are all the backbones of the History Hunter team, and we thank you for that. 4-star generals, thank you to Alfred, Daniel, and William. And then 5-star generals, been with us for a very long time, and you're helping us out so tremendously so that team can continue to do what we do. Thank you, Daniel, Rob, Matt, and Oma. And then we have the History Hunter Wall of Fame. Thank you so very much to Marty, Roy, Jess, Vintage Speedworks, Laura, Michael Oliver, and Emil Anderson. Without the great backbone support that you give us, well, it will be difficult to do things like this. And that's a real gun. That is a real gun still standing there. Holy moly.
What is that bunker?
What is that bunker? That is crazy. Oh wow, this is what it used to look like. Holy cow, even the wood is original. By the way, that is how you find how to become a Patreon team member. You can pledge whatever you want. Every month I make this draw so that there are so many of you who got at least one, maybe some of you got 3 or 4. Nevertheless, these are priceless small artifacts that we either find on the journeys that we do, or we are given, or we come across. And who can forget one of the latest videos where Eagle Eyes found all of these? Yes, we passed them on to you, so we'll do our very best to make it presentable and put it in the context. So if you become a Patreon team member, you will definitely end up with something very special. But now, let's see who the new Patreon team members are for September month, and let's pass some history on to them. Eagle Eye is gonna land it. That was quite a flight. Wow, I didn't realize that that is actually a bed frame or bed frame. And there's one there. So they slept in here. These are the actual bed frames that were on these, you see these pedestals? Why is there a massive stairs in this forest? Oh yes, that's exactly what we do. And it's thanks to you that we can actually do that. So again, thank you for that. New Patreon team members in September month. Not too many joining, but I think that will change now in this next month, because we have something really special that's going to happen for a new Patreon team member soon. You're going to be part in a very, very special kind of draw. And one of you will get a very, very nice prize. And I'll talk a little bit more about that, because we have to recruit more members for the Patreon team so we can go out and do even more incredible things. But I want to say welcome to the team, to Colin, Scopex, Leslie, Robert, Linda, and Robert. Welcome to the History Hunter team, and thank you for joining. And together we will share history in a very special way. Every month I pick a new Patreon team member to have something special, and this time it's this little shadow box here with a fantastic Kriegsmarine button that Eagle Eyes, my son, found out there at a Kriegsmarine location. So a pretty nice little thing. Yeah, it's original, by the way. This is no eBay fake thing. This is what we have found in the ground. So let's see who the future keeper of that little thing will be. Scopex, thank you for joining the team. Thank you for being with us. And I think for all of you newcomers, you're going to enjoy what you can find on the Patreon thing, because there are behind scene videos, project, research, travel vlogs, all of that. And this autumn, we're going to introduce some new things. So I think you're going to really enjoy that. And as I said, it's going to be a very, very interesting thing for one of the new supporters that will come in October, because we really badly need more support. And in that way, I think it'll be interesting for you to check that out. All right, let's do some more. But before that, let's check this out. That thing there that Eagle Eyes is looking at is the way that the Germans solve their problem by getting troops here quickly. Definitely not. I just checked it out. That is one of the steepest tunnels that I've ever seen, and there's no chance that we're gonna do that. That little piece is pretty cool. Just a small broken piece. But when it's marked Bavaria, you know, it belonged to the German activity here. You know, when I create these shadow boxes, I do it together, sometimes with my daughter, Bunker Buster Girl, but mostly with Eagle Eyes, my son. And we take a lot of pride in doing these. They seem so simple, but I actually spend like 7-8 hours every time of the month when we do this. I do this every beginning of each month. All right, just finishing up some of the shadow boxes for you guys. What you see here took me about 7.5 hours. Eagle Eyes made these completely all by himself. I only helped him to laminate the paper. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, but it's so well worth it, knowing that you guys will be the future keeper of something really special, because these artifacts, they were found out there, many of them, and many of them we were kind of given, and we know the story about them. And like this here, Eagle Eyes found that, me and Eagle Eyes found that, these we found in an attic, these we'd been given, these we actually found and been given, these we dug ourselves, this one's been dug ourselves. Eagle Eyes found that Kriegsmarine button, and this one was something that we acquired from an elderly gentleman in Germany. So absolutely a lot of work, but it's so worth it, because we know that we share with you in a very special way. And it's such a pleasure to do. It's such an honor to be able to find a little piece of history, put it into a little context, and you will actually be part of what we do in that way. And that's why our motto is history is everywhere and will be everywhere, because we share with you. And if we find something, we're not keeping it, we're not collectors. We want you to have it, and that's what we do. Basically, I cannot give out like 50 every month, 100 every month, because it costs a lot to ship this. And I don't really have time to do so many. I would like to send out thousands every month, but it's not just possible. And that is what you see is what we can do. All right, Third Reich Daily Life little shadow box. This is a card, a cigarette card that the German soldiers got in their packs, and they could trade them in the trenches and put them into albums. And I actually seen soldiers sitting in trenches swapping back and forth, so that is pretty cool. This one, Northern Skies, thank you for your very kind support. Please, all of you who see what you get, please send me your address on our mail so I can be sure that I have it, so I don't have to be delayed, because I really want them to go off really early this month. This one, Thorbjørn Nielsen. You are the future keeper of this beautiful little Mauser K98 cartridge found on the Eastern Front in Germany, where the battle between the Red Army and the German soldiers were. And we all know the outcome of that. All right, let's do more. But before that, let's just take a little peek here. Look down there. I think we have a little beauty. Let's see. Oh, it is complete. Look at that wonderful bottle. That is maybe a eau de cologne perfume bottle. Alright, that looks like some kind of maybe guard position on the top here. I couldn't tell you. But it's kind of like a German style with the concrete roof and everything. Yes. A lot of new material coming up, and I can't wait. Later on this video I'm gonna share some great news with you, and I think you will enjoy that. Okay, let's see, we will pass some more on to you great people. As I said, please send me your address if I don't have it already, in that way it'll be so much easier for me to get them off quickly. Here's a 9mm munition cardboard box, a 9mm casing cartridge. And this is basically a little drawing of what it looks like. So this is original from the 1940s, and just putting it in there kind of makes sense to put into context. You can see that you actually have a piece of the World War II history. This one, Glenn Whittaker, thank you so much for your very kind support. Absolutely appreciate it. I'm gonna go over to this side. This is the German World War II Feldpost. Sometimes it is incredible to see how the addresses and the names are there. And here you can see 21st of March 1941, and the stamp there, see that? And we never open, all of them are open at some time, but we never look inside. We just put them in there and you will be the future keeper, and it will be up to you in history to figure out what is in there. That goes to Timothy. Thank you for your very, very kind support. It is so greatly appreciated, and it helps us to go out and find and share great history. So we have this one, German WW2 machine gun shadow box. This machine gun belt was found in a trench where the SS was meeting up with the Red Army on the Eastern Front, just close to the Polish border. So that is pretty nice. And we have a cartridge that's been dented in the front, meaning that it's been in a machine gun belt and fired by a machine gun. Thank you, Alan, for your absolutely incredible support. And then we have this last one, which actually Eli's made 100% by himself. Well, I stitched together the wooden frame, but he actually did all of the rest here. And it's like from the German WW2 Soldatenheim. It's like the German soldiers home away from home. It could be in cities, rural areas. It was a place where the German soldiers met to maybe watch some news, have a meal, get checked up by the doctor or something. And these are pieces that kind of is found around this. You have like a stamp to send a felt post letter home, a little button that they had in their clothes, and there's another military button that was in their uniform, and actually a little coin. And also I want this person to have this thing here, which you can see is in the last video where Eagle Eyes found this huge cache of the igniter and gain element boxes. It's like wood inside and the lids, boom, and many of them are dated. This gentleman was very kind to us recently, so Mike, thank you for your very, very kind support. And I'm really, really touched to see that you and your son are doing something really, really interesting together, and just kind of treasure that, because it is so important to spend time with your children if you can. And I'm very blessed and fortunate to do that. And when we go out, we really, really feel that you, each and every one of you, especially you who are supporting us and following us thoroughly and watching the videos and full all of that, I'm so honored that you are with us. And I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you, because you are the guys and girls who makes things like this come true. Oh, you better believe it. More action with more incredible underwater ROVs. We were very fortunate to be able to have another tool at our disposal, and this is the Fifish V Evo. It's another type of the same that we've been using before, the series of the Fifishes. This one has a better camera, has wider field of view, has stronger LEDs, but it has also a lot of small refinements. It's an Omni directional thing, and we actually already made a test dive with this thing here. So this is Eagle Eyes. You can use your grabber. Use your grabber a little bit, yeah. And then you can use the, you have to go backwards because you're getting too close to me, okay? So like this is what I see. And I have my lights, you can put on your lights. Boom, it's like blinding us. So go backwards and I'll follow you, okay? Go backwards. You have to remember the tether will come with you, because this is very difficult. Either me or Eagle Eye has done this before. So all we do is that we try, and we're going to see what we can do. So I'm just going to try and get a grasp of what I can see with this camera. And so far it looks really, really nice actually. So why are we using two of these? Well, that's because we're practicing for something really, really exciting. It's about 3 discoveries that we made. One is a mini submarine, which we hope that we can share explore with you with 2 underwater ROVs just to do it. But it's very, very challenging. But we have a totally fantastic explorer that we hope that we're going to pull off this autumn, and that is this here. But that's not it. This is a crash site, an aircraft crash site. that I know that we are the only two persons in the world to know of, only me and Eagle Eyes, and we discovered by pure accident. I will not reveal anything more, because if this is really what I think it is, because we haven't established 100% for sure, but we do have some. I'm getting up to like 90% sure, but I will not say too much before we kind of really do it. But we're gonna do an explorer with the canoes. Yeah, it's in water, a body of water. So we're gonna go with canoes, and we're gonna see if we can run 2 of the Fifishes at the same time. And also we're gonna need pieces to see if we can retrieve and get things up to the surface, so we maybe get some numbers and things like that. And to do that, we have these incredible grabbers that a very friendly supporter of our work is doing, and that is William, who runs this company here, Sea Systems. Thank you, by the way, William, for the cup. Eagle Eye is going to bring that on the tour. And he actually drank some hot coffee from it the other day, so thank you for that. But if you have any usage, or you have one of these and you need a specialized grabber, believe me, William at Sea Systems, he will hook you up. He makes absolutely incredible high quality, high-end details for these underwater ROVs, and we have hammered and worked so hard with this thing here. Was attached on the other ROVs for such a long time, and it hasn't budged. It just works and works and works. All we do is that we smear a little bit of rubber glue on the inside of these arms, on this one as well, and then it really grabs things, and it could easily grab a cup like that and pull it up if you pull in the tether. So I'm very happy to see how fantastic our community is, and we thank you, William at Sea Systems, for helping us out to really get out there and do our task with these fantastic tools. Also, QYSea, thank you for letting us have the opportunity to work with these things. We're not being paid to do this, we're not getting any money or anything. We'll be allowed to use this as a tool on our explorers, so we thank you so much for that. And it's just amazing to see how innovative a company like QYSea is. There will be a link for this thing here and other Fifishes and the video description where there's more, and you can learn more about them, because they are really fascinating. And if this thing here or the other ones can pull off that explorer there, I think that will be a world's first. That will actually be a world sensation. And actually currently we are working with a well, I'm not going to say too much, but there could be a world sensational news coming out. Well, once upon a time, you might be very lucky, and I think I'm actually that here right now, and I can't wait to show you that. That is an amazing find. Just a lot of trash and buttons and pieces of nothing, and then suddenly that thing there, it actually fell down, flipped over, so I know what it is. You can guess if you want to, but I'm gonna share this little moment with you here. See here? Coming out from here, like that, turn around, boom. That's a German belt buckle. Absolutely so. And later in this video, I'll show you something that really counts when it comes to the support, because you are enabling us to do something very unique. And well, I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Nevertheless, every month, also people who help us out to donate on the PayPal thing, the link here, or where it says more under the video in the description, you can find that. And I, of course, do my very best to make sure that some of you also will have some pieces as our thank you for that. And this month we have some people who decided to help us out very generously as well, and I thank you all for that. Want to say massive thank you to GMP Excelsior Services. Your support is so greatly appreciated. Unbelievable what you do for us, I said before. Thank you so much for that. And we're going to come back with you for something special, but I'll talk to you about that. Thank you, Donald, for your I put the name wrong. Sorry, Donald, but you know who you are. Thank you, Donald. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, William. Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Larry. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, David. Thank you, Brian. And thank you, Richard, for your very, very kind support in this September month. And every month I just choose the two highest donations. And this month we have two pieces from the WW2 Explore, the electronic kind of circuitry that was found there, and a little piece that proves that yes, this aircraft was actually there. Nothing to see actually in the surfaces. You have to look into the ground, and boom, there you have it. And then we have a SS German machine gun position relic artifacts. This is, as I said, also from the area where the SS met up with the Red Army. So you have a machine gun belt here, a couple of cartridges, a little thing like that. And by the way, Eagle Eyes made these 100%. All I did, I helped him a little bit with the cutting. It's not easy for him to do it, but nevertheless, I did the cutting, and then he painted and sanded it, all of that, and he put that into array. And I'm so proud of him, so proud of him. But let's see who the future keeper of these two beautiful small things will be. So we have JMP Excelsior Services. This is yours. Just a tiny little token of appreciation, and I'm very, very happy that we can pass that on to you. And then, Chris, this is yours. They're not exactly too much to brag about, but to be honest, I think it is very important that we don't only share our video material or what we experience out there, but we also have to share the pieces that we find. And in that way, as I said, history will be everywhere. Thank you, each and every one of you, for helping us out to do this. So what do we have up for grabs for next month's PayPal donations? Well, Eagle Eyes is running wild, and he's actually doing an incredible job in finding ways to present the artifacts, and in that way, he's so occupied. I'm so happy. All right, first we have this here. German WW2 artillery fuse box. It could also have said gain box. And what are they? If you saw that last video we have where Eagle Eyes found that huge cache of these here, these are the containers. There were 5 small elements. They could be igniters for artillery shells. Many of them from the German Kriegsmarine, and you can see even the paper inside there is still, and in some of them there's actually some kind of paper with written material on, so that is pretty cool. And we dry them out and we just let them be as they are. We brush them a little bit to make them a little bit cleaner. Some of them have the felt inside, and some of them have even, this one has a great piece of the label, and under there again is actually the date of the producer of the case. So Eagle Eye said, I'll do that, and he did. Also, here is something really cool that I actually forgot about, but Eagle Eyes, he has a memory like an elephant. He remembers everything. This is a very special thing. Sorry. Me and Eagle Eyes, we went to one of Europe's largest German WW2 munition storage, especially for bombs for German Luftwaffe aircrafts. And this is a very special piece. This is a German WW2 bomb. And inside the cavity, just about here, there's a little tube. And in there, they put this thing here, which is a bomb detonator. Kind of like an electronic fuse that could set off the bomb any given kind of time when it crashed, or 5 hours after, whatever. And this piece here is the actual top of one of these bomb detonators. Yes, is it 55 this time? Yeah. And some of them here are with numbers and even the date of the produce. I think this is 1941. And Eagle Eyes, he know that we have some of these. Well, we have quite a few of them. And he said, Daddy, I'll do this. And that was so cool. And he even found that picture of this bomb and this from the detonator, because he recognized what they are. And then he put this like this. And I'm so, so proud of him. All right. So you can donate whatever you like. I'll choose the 2 highest donations, and you will end up with something great, because, as I said before, You are the reason for us to do all of this and share great history moments with you. And now, just a very quick little update. As you probably have seen, Eagle Eyes has a dream, and that is the Touching History Tour. And it was Eagle Eyes' idea and vision, and now it is kind of being shaped, the last pieces of it. And wow, there's something really special that's going to take place on this trip if everything goes okay, because we had a little issue. The camper van has been functioning 100% perfect, except till last week. I was checking the camper van for making everything ready for the history tour, the Touching History Tour, and I discovered that this thing here, the main battery, yeah, that little thing that is in there, actually has decided that it doesn't want to work anymore. It shorted. I thought it was just go and get a battery, but this is like a huge 200 some amp, or I say 180 amps AGM battery, and it turned out to be insanely expensive, like $350 or something. So that kind of upset us a little bit, but we also have right now, almost as I speak, yesterday I had an electric technician actually coming home to me, because this little unit here, yeah, that is the electro block, or whatever they call it. That thing is kind of taking care of everything that happens inside the vehicle, and there is something that is not working with the charging of that battery, blah blah. I don't know anything about that. All I'm hoping for is that that thing can be fixed. He's doing some measurements as we speak here today, and I'm just hoping that that thing is not broken. The battery, that was bad enough, but if that thing is broken, it's going to be a major problem. But I'm hoping for the very best. At least we cannot do anything else than hope, and I think we're going to do it. I will not be stopped by this electronic thing. As I said, I'm just hoping that everything will work out, but that's the only thing that could stop us now. But I think we're not going to be stopped no matter what. If so, I just have to skimp on some of the project regarding the fuel cost. If that electronic thingy it doesn't work out and it costs a lot of money, I just have to kind of skimp down a little bit on the trip. But he said it might be possible to repair it, and if so, that's going to be like $250-300. But if it's kind of not repairable, oh my goodness, we're just going to have to figure out what to do then. But I'm hoping for the best, and I'm giving my thumbs up for that. Nevertheless, Touching History Tour, amazing background research activity by Eagle Eyes, and now I get the whole picture, and it's absolutely incredible to see what we're going to do on this trip here. And I can actually add several things here, but this here, I am absolutely flabbergasted, as they say in England, about what Eagle Eye has kind of done here. And this, I am so touched, because it involves these two specific pieces and what Eagle Eyes is going to do with these two specific pieces. Wow, that really touched my heart. Wow, so that's going to be interesting. There's a submarine surprise. I think I know what it is, and how the heck Eagle Eyes managed to figure that out, I have got no clue. But I think he actually talked to my brother, and he revealed something that not even my son knows. So, all right, if I have to do it, I'll do it, because I want him to be able to share that with you. So we'll do that. Gonna be a fantastic Saboteur and Heroes episode with something really special. Let's do some fortresses and bunkers, and the Fifish V Evo is gonna take part in a very special thing. But also, I'm proud to say, because a lot of this is Eagle Eyes, I'm proud to say I found one of the most incredible fortresses that the Germans took during the Second World War and did what they wanted there. And there's a insanely cool history that Eagle Eyes came and told me that he wanted to do on this incredible fortress, and it's about a missing gun. And I don't know how he connects these dots, but wow, he's just blowing me away here. And he also has another video coming up, you can see here.
We even found some buckles from the parachutes. This here is the start of an MG belt, and this is with the MG belt, like it's right here, like an continuing. This is how I imagine the German paratroopers were advancing against the enemy.
Yeah, he just wanted me to let you see he's working on the third Explorer now, and I'm really, really proud of it. All right, let me see. Also, this time as well, I'll bring with me this list here. As I said, the Touching History Road Trip list. You can be historical, just as I did on the Northern Front road trip and other road trips. Whoever helps us out with a special thing on the super thanks feature here, I will include you on this list, and I will bring this list and hold it in front of me on each and every location explores that we go through, and you will see, just as these kind people here can see, they were here on our Northern Front road trip, and also we did the same on the Eastern Front road trip. So if you want to be historical, you can use the Super Thanks feature. That is an easy way for you to help us out to get some fuel into the gas tank, go out and find and share incredible history. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Fingers crossed for that electric thingy-dingy inside. But I think it will, in the end, work out. It always does for good people. It always works out. I almost forgot. All the way in the end here, Eagle Eyes told me that he wanted one special person also to have one of these because of a very kind donation. Thank you, Tim, for helping us out. And this is personally from Eagle Eyes. And he said thank you for your very, very kind support. So send me your address, everybody, and I will ship them off as quickly as I can. If you want to be historical, you know, we have the Super Thanks feature. Thank you all, the rest of you who are kind of helping us out to go out and find and share history in a very special way. And this video is not for you who are looking for us digging up helmets or skeletons or, you know, dead soldiers. This is a video for you to get a little bit more information of what we're doing, but it's especially for all of you kind people out there supporting us. And there's no word to let me, I cannot express how much I appreciate your kindness. And also for me to be a single dad, be able to go out and do what I do with my children, especially now Eagle Eyes, to do that and take these journeys, go out and find history and share history and see how it blossoms and just evolves and grows into this interest field that it has had for such a long time. It brings tears to my eyes, to be honest. And all I can do is to say thank you, each and every one of you. And I'm about 95% sure that our Touching History tour that was initiated by Eagle Eyes is going to happen. I refuse to accept that little electronical thingy-ding is going to mess it up. But I think we'll survive. I'll come with a very brief little update for that tour in a few days, because if everything goes well, we're going to leave in the end of this week and then we're away. But in the meantime, there will be videos for you all the time. And one of the first videos that's going to come out after this one is this one here. This is one of the most spectacular weapon systems that I've ever seen. Yeah, I really think you're going to enjoy that, because we also went deep inside to the mountain and checked out what's inside there. This is the explosive charges room. So that is something very special. And that is also something that you guys made come true, because that is one of the dreams that Eagle Eyes had. last year when he broke his arm. Remember that? And he didn't know it. I just kept it as a secret for him. And then suddenly he saw that thing. He went bananas. And we were very fortunate to be able to go inside the huge bunker complex that is underneath and even into the gun turret. And Eagle Eyes even pushed the button to fire all the 3 barrels at the same time. And he was so proud, and that is thanks to you. So again, all I can do is say thank you, each and every one of you, and I really mean that, for letting us have the opportunity to do what you see. And I rambled enough. See you in the next update. Stay safe, keep smiling, and be safe.